Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV after Liverpool lost 2-1 to PSG away at Paris. Tough night for the Reds there. Just PSG, some will say they've got nous, some will say they're diving, cheating. Follow it on. But you're here to see my player ratings for the game. Chris is over in Paris with their match reactions. If you want to see his thoughts and Paul's thoughts, go and watch their videos. They're doing the instant match reaction too. So let's kick it off. Alison Becker, I thought one of our best players on the pitch purely because he's making brilliant saves for us. I've given him an 8. A lot of people say that's, oh well, he's conceded 2 there, you can't rate him an 8, but it could have been 3 more than that, you know what I mean? Some of this really commanding stuff in the box, on the floor, like the crosses going across the box, and he's putting his hands in places where he could get seriously hurt there, and I don't know what else he can do for the goal that Neymar scores. Look, he puts himself in the way, and it bobbles out to Neymar, who finishes it neatly in the corner. I thought he was pretty good, especially the Marquinhos header as well. Great save. But it's not like the saves aren't worldies, but it's where he's pushing them out to for me. I think just cleared in danger. It's really good. To right hand side now, Joe Gomez, another good performer for me. I thought he put himself about, really stood up to PSG. Obviously has Neymar on that side as well, and it's always going to be tough. That I thought, look, of our outfield players, I thought he was the best there. I've given him an 8. Again, a lot of people say that's too high. But look, I just thought he played really well. He stopped things. He was an outlet. It's hard because he's not Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's not a flying fullback, but he was comfortable on the ball, and there was a good little bit where he has the ball in his hands, take a throw in. It was just like, everyone calm down, you know, there's still time. Obviously we don't make anything of it, but it's so good to see such a young player commanding his team like that. Then we'll move along the back line. Dejan Lovren, I've given him a 6. I don't think he was really all too good. He was okay. I mean, he stood up to things, but I just don't think he's the ball playing centre half that we want. I think Joe Gomez would have been a better fit alongside Virgil van Dijk in the defence there today, and it's hard. He's not played that much footy, but I think we could do better there. Next to him, Virgil van Dijk, I've given him a 6 as well. I don't think he was very good, to be honest. Just kind of sloppy a bit again. I feel, look, don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic player, and I'm not saying he's not by giving him a 6 here. I just don't think he did enough. I don't think he kept getting caught under a ball as well as the ball's going over the top. It was just a strange performance from him. Not good enough, really. Alongside him, Robbo, gave him a 6 as well. I feel it's hard. It is really hard. Like, sorry, I'm just gonna fix my mic. I've given him a 6 as well. We just didn't use him enough. I don't know, that's not his fault, obviously. The PSG let us use the right hand side and Joe Gomez because they knew he's not as good there, and he just wasn't effective at all. So yeah, number 6 for him. Henderson in the defensive midfield, I'm going to give him a 4. I really just don't think he took control of the game. There was a few nice passes over the top. That's not good enough. There was so many times where people are running past them. Neymar's just ghosting past them, and you're thinking, get a foot in, do something, and he just didn't do it. His passing wasn't great, apart from a few over the top for me, and yeah, it's just like, I'm not one to slate Jordan Henderson, but today he just wasn't good enough in that defensive midfield role away at Paris. You know what I mean? You've got to be in that role. Whether Fabinho would have done better, who knows? Like, then we'll go to James Milner. I thought first half he was brilliant. I really thought he was good. He was putting in crunches, that one on Di Maria, letting him know he was there. One of the only midfielders just putting himself about, crunching people. That's what you got to do. Yeah, these PSG players are diving all over the pitch. Give them something to roll about around for, you know what I mean? Give them a dead leg, hurt them. If they're going to jump on the floor, make sure that they're on the floor for a reason, in my opinion, you know what I mean? I think he got up. It was noticeable that once we realised they were going to let us have that right-hand side, we switched Milner over to that right-hand side and let him cover Joe Gomez because we trust him so much more over, like, covering the full-back position. He's just a class act, James Milner, and he needs to play in all the big games this season because he's a big game player. He showed it again. Obviously, we didn't get the result, but he was really good in that midfield. Gini Wijnaldum, not really effective. I've given him a 5. I just don't think I don't think he did enough. Him and Henderson just didn't do enough to kind of stifle the attack. Towards just before he got subbed off for Keita, he started running up the channels, and you were thinking, okay, he's trying something different here. We're pushing him on, but again, he just wasn't effective in that midfield. It was annoying to see. Salah giving him a 5. It's hard. Their defence was brilliant today, and him coming up against that, where there was a few nice little runs in behind that he tried. There's a few little times when he gets the ball to feet, he's playing it off, playing really well and that kind of thing. But he got stifled massively there, and he's the kind of player you need to just step up and take a shot at goal. You know what I mean? Have a dig, and it just got blocked or it just didn't work out. Really frustrating night for him. Bobby giving him a 5 as well. Again, I mean, he was neat and tidy on the ball. I thought first half he was probably our best ball carrier in there and moving it round. Maybe you could bump him up to a 6 for that, keeping it going and being that link to from the midfield to attack. I thought he did okay, but again, we just didn't do enough there, did we, to get a shot? Just didn't do enough at all. Sadio Mane was the brightest of the front three, I thought. Gave him a 6. He obviously wins the penalty for us just by running. He just goes, okay, this time I'm going to run at them, and look what happened. We got a pen. We just didn't have enough of that, and not enough from him. He was trying to get to the byline, and I let him do that a bit more. He was, like I say, he was the brightest in that front three for me. Naby Keita, giving him a 5. Obviously, he comes on, does a little flick back heel, thinking Mane's going to get there. It was nice to see him running at defenders for instead of the other midfielders kind of relying on passing. It was him picking the ball up and going, no, I'm going to charge at people here. That was nice to see, but just don't think he had enough time to do much on there. Daniel Sturridge, giving him a 5 as well. No, I'm giving him a 4. He did nothing, did he? He absolutely did nothing. Not his fault. I wasn't happy to see him come on because you need someone who's going to battle in there, and I don't think he'll do that. He will have a good shot at goal when he gets it or in around the box, but we weren't fashioning that anyway, so I don't know why we brought him on. It was a strange one for me. He gets the ball, like I say, if he puts it in like Chelsea, fair play, I'll change my mind, but he didn't do anything except for fall on the floor and pull back Verratti, was it? Just not good enough. And then Shaqiri, I've given him a 5. Override people on the free kick, man. Take the free kick. I'm sorry. Neymar takes the free kick from like 10 yards further back. That loop ball to the back stick, all right, maybe it might have worked if Thiago Silva hadn't thrown himself to the ground with the slightest of touches off Van Dijk, but just take the free kick, have a pot shot at goal, you're good enough. The one time he had a shot at goal, Salah gets the rebound and scores. All over the pitch, I just don't feel like we were good enough, really. And PSG, although weren't great, they just showed flashes of brilliance for me. And Neymar and Mbappe, obviously it's overshadowed by the fact that they feel like they need to jump on the floor when they didn't. They could have beaten us fair and square today, but they decided to throw themselves on the floor. And maybe I do sound a bit bitter. It's straight after the game. I've just watched them waste so much time and we lost in the Champions League, so I'm a bit upset. But yeah, leave us your play ratings in the comments below. Look, you disagree with any of these, that's completely fine. I want to know your thoughts. I want to hear why you don't think Alison got an 8, why you think I've been too generous for Mane, let's say, or James Milner. Let me know why. These are just one person's thoughts, you know what I mean? This is all about the conversation. This is about how we think Liverpool performed today. So, like I say, let me know your thoughts. Check out all the rest of the post-match content. Instant match reaction from Paul and Chris will be out soon. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the day if you can. I won't be.